So here's Peter and Alex sailing upwind and watching watch the rudder movement, the tiller movement as they go over that wave. That's the kind of adjustment we want. So he's, rather than thinking of this as I need to turn the rudder to turn the boat, it's more of a paddle stroke motion. Remember, we've talked how that's different when you're trying to steer the boat while the boat is moving through the water versus if we're sitting still, we do a larger, quick paddle stroke. And so that's actually what we're doing here to make the boat turn over the wave. Let's watch that again. So keeping an eye on his rudder, we can see this big wave coming up here in a second. It goes over, just a pull, he goes down on the back of the wave, up to come back to close hauled afterwards. And they're hiking and keeping the boat flat while keeping as much sail in as they can. That one was probably. So here's Leah and Hannah. They're probably looking to get some more mainsail in. I think I yelled something to them about that in a minute. But they're both hiking. We could be, there we go, big puff. They hike out. Had to ease the sail a bit. Probably want a little more downhaul on here. But they're getting the hang of using that rudder, getting over the waves. Steering a bit over those waves, and for the most part doing well, keeping up with the angle. Eli and Michael also doing well with their angle, working over the waves, and that rudder movement right there, we'll look at it again, that's not the type we're looking for. Remember how it looked when Peter and Alex were doing it? Eli here is treating it as more of a turn the boat rather than the paddle stroke, so we do want to change that. But we are hiking, we are keeping the boat, we're working on keeping the boat up on its angle, we're keeping it flat. David and Kyle working upwind. We could be keeping that main in a bit farther, sitting out a little more. There's that steering over waves. That one we could have steered a little more on, I think. Just try to keep a little more of the power in the boat. Yeah, a little more tiller motion going on over some of these bigger waves is probably going to be what we're hoping for. A little bit of water get in that one. If we're able to go up it at an angle, that may help keep it from breaking over our bow. Also, if we realize that waves are frequently coming over the bow, our weight might be too far forward in the boat. Maybe Kyle would have wanted to move back closer to David just to keep the bow a little higher. Downwind here, we do want to make sure that we have the wing working, but we're about to see watch number 6 able to pump a little bit and catch that little bit of wave coming to them. So the crew is holding on either the main sheet or the boom, and as they feel the wave lift their stern, they do a little pump, little pump to try to catch the wave and move forward. I want to try to keep a hold of the jib as we go through, so skipper can pass it right to the crew. Skipper brings the main over, and we do want to make sure we're grabbing those 4 lines so that the sail doesn't just fall over like that. And remember, we don't want to turn, because that was a 90-degree turn by Mark and Tim there in boat number 6, and then they had to turn 90 degrees again. And now we can see, instead of being right next to boat number 1, they're 3 to 4 boat lengths behind them. Leah is holding that main sheet, and she's pumping on the waves, and it looks like she's making it work a little better than Eli. Eli probably wants to be a little more upright. He doesn't want to be leaning in the boat there.